apply for a permanent residency. You think that we don't get a criminal record, but who knows? Criminal record is some criminal record must be formally do it by apply to the court to erase this record. To apply for this record, real sentence must have been terminated for a fine have been paid, or the probation period should have ended completely. If it is a drunk drive record, the first violation can be deleted after 7 years, and the second violation record can be deleted after 15 years. Anybody 2 times for the drunk drive, you cannot apply for the permanent resident, green card, and citizenship. First, if somebody first violate for the drunk drive, just receiving for 6 months violation for ticket, driver license, and then $1,000, something like that, the penalty. But 7 years cannot delete. That's so terrible. If somebody second time violate, 15 years cannot delete. 50 years too long time. For example, one high school student was caught sneaking an accessory into her pocket at a shopping store and was arrested by a security guard. This student immediately informed her mother of his, and her mother called me. I called the security office immediately, and this student go to college next year. She can go to the college if this record left. So please forgive her. Security guard agreed, but right away he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, police came." So I told the home transfer to the police. I told the same story. The police would do the same. But police said the shopping store called 911. She can go right away. She came to the police station. After that, go back home. After 30 minutes, she can go home. After 1 year, she can get interviewed permanent resident. I told her, even immigration officer asked, "You can go to jail or court judgment. Have you been arrested?" I said, "No, I didn't." I told her, because you never arrest. At the time, immigration officer asked, "Even you didn't go to jail or court, have you ever arrested?" She said, "No." Immigration officer said, "One more time." I asked. She said, "No." Immigration officer, okay. I asked finally, "Have you ever arrested the same story?" I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "Do not tell she didn't get any arrest, but just came to the police station." Immigration said that story also receiving, you should getting expunged. I didn't know that. If you go to the police station, even after 10 minutes came out, they left recording. You should remember. That's so important. Just the police station, even 10 minutes, go to the police station, even me, a long time ago, for the go around the orange the field, we taken the orange, and then go to the police. This is yours? No, I'm not. Why didn't take them? Why you take them? I'm not just playing. He says that he wanna give the ticket. If I give the ticket, he gonna give the I should go to court. Oh, no, I can't. Even I take the orange for the $1 or $2, just to one or two, just to play. He said, no, anyway, that they not yours, you take them. A long time, I argue with him. And then after 10 minutes, I told her, okay, I agree, this is not fault, but you didn't give me the ticket. Just you warning, I agree. I get it. He agreed, okay. Just he warning, I didn't say I will anymore. That's just okay, that's not a recording, just a warning. But if he getting the ticket, should go to the judge, the court. In case we should delete for the criminal code. Criminal code is delete. We say expunge. Expunge we need it. Of course, that the easy we can get the expunge, but anyway, we should do. Page 13, we can, if we're gonna delete petition for dismiss. Petition for dismiss, I arrest any police station few years ago. Anyway, you go to the police station and then I need a criminal code. They gave that right away. If you show that the driver license, they can give that right away for the criminal code. Okay, first line, attorney or party without attorney. Sometimes it's any criminal code is the attorney, but even not attorney is okay. Name, phone name, street address, city, telephone number, something like that. If you're getting for the ticket the same one. People of the state of California. People of the state of California. Do you know what's mean people of the state of California? What's mean?
Citizens?
Citizen? No.
Resident.
Excuse me?
Government.
Government, a little bit different. Somebody sent you the letter, that letter say, people of the state of California. Wow, California state people. These people, you should know, people, what's mean the people?
Residents?
Residents? No.
The law.
Excuse me?
The law of California.
Law? Similar. Who? Law? District attorney. Do you know district attorney?
Mm.
Yeah. District attorney means people. People of the state of California, meaning California State District Attorney. If you go to the court to say, court you don't have any other, what's mean that at the court, people is the district attorney. How about the attorney? Attorney meaning they're a little bit different.
Is this bachelor? Master's? Bachelor's degree? No?
Anyway, that at this time is there because it's just one. Your bachelor word was. If you go to the judge court to say, people, everybody say, yes, we are all the people. No, and at the court, people meaning district attorney. Different for the action. People of the state of California versus defendant, date of birth, petition for dismiss, petition for dismissal on the date, meaning the petitioner will defendant in the above entitled criminal action was convicted, meaning for the violation. Convict of a violation of the following offenses or was granted deferred until judgment for the following offense. Code number, code is the, if you're receiving the ticket on the top, code and section, type of offense meaning felony or misdemeanor, what infraction. Misdemeanor is general violation. Felony over 1 year. Under 1 year is misdemeanor. Over 1 year is felony. Eligible for deduction to misdemeanor on the penal code, meaning misdemeanor is requested for just one time. I request for the expanded, but felony is cannot 2 times. 1 time is cannot delete, just 2 times. This means eligible reduction to misdemeanor on the penal code. Next one, eligible for reduction to infraction on the penal code. This is not special, just to write down, if you receiving, getting ticket say like this, code section, the type of offense, something like that, felony or misdemeanor. Misdemeanor is sentence is 1 year less is misdemeanor. Over 1 year sentence, this is felony. Little bit different. Number 2, felony or misdemeanor with probation granted. Felony or misdemeanor with probation granted. Probation was granted on the terms and conditions stated in the docket of the above entitled. Probation meaning how many years, 2 years, 3 years, but not go to the jail, not go to the prison, just 2 year sentence. Probation meaning even within 2 years, no other action, this is okay, it's finished. But within 2 years, same sentence, same penalties getting at the time, double period. That is probation. The petitioner is not serving a sentence for any offense, nor on probation for any offenses, nor on the charge of commission of any crime, and the petitioner. First one, A, has fulfilled a condition of probation for the entire period thereof. Sentence for the probation, but the probation is finished. Normally probation 1 year to 5 years, and then 5 years period finished, and then mark A has fulfilled meaning finish the condition of probation. Condition of probation meaning period of probation for the entire period thereof. B has been discharged being probation prior to the termination of the period thereof. Same meaning. C should be granted relief in the interest of justice. Please note, you must explain any granting this measure would be the interest of justice. You may complete and attach the attached declaration of submit other relevant document. Number 3, misdemeanor. Normally, over 70% is number 3, misdemeanor. But number 2 is a felony or misdemeanor. Number 3 is misdemeanor or infraction was sentenced after then probation. Probation was not granted more than 1 year has elapsed since the date of pronouncement of judgment. Petitioner has completed with the sentence of the court and is not serving sentence for any offense or on the charge of commission of any crime, and the petitioner A has lived honest and upright. The scenes of pronouncement of judgment and informed to the observed by law of the land. Mark here. B should be granted relief in the interest of justice. Please note, you must explain why granting of this measure would be interest of justice. You may complete and attach the attached declaration or submit from relevant document.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
So it says that check all that apply. Does it mean that we have to choose either one which is the correct?
Yeah, just need
answer?
one.
All these answers
Yeah,
are
yeah.
all correct.
Number 2, 1. Number 3, 1. But number 2 is the not the much. It's a pass, doesn't matter. Just one.
Okay.
Next page. Also, people of the state of California, District Attorney of California versus defendant. Number 4. Misdemeanor conviction under penal code section. The petitioner has complete a term of probation for a conviction under penal code section. The petitioner should be granted relief because the petitioner can establish by clear and convincing evidence that the petitioner should be granted relief because the petitioner can establish by clear and conviction evidence that the conviction was the result. His or her state as a victim of human trafficking. Please note, you should complete and attach the attached declaration or submit other relevant document to establish that the conviction was the result of a victim of a human. Normally number 4, so many persons mark number 4. Number 5, felony, county jail sentence under penal code. Felony meaning 2 times applying. Just number 5, the petition is not under supervision under penal code section not serving a sentence for, on probation for, or charged with the commission of any offense, and should be granted relief in the interest of justice. And just to check one, more than 1 year has elapsed since probation, since petitioner complete the felony called to jail sentence with a period of mandatory supervision imposed under penal code section something. B, more than 2 years have elapsed since petitioner complete the felony county jail sentence without a period of mandatory supervision imposed under penal code something. Bottom, petitioner requests that the eligible felony offense listed above and reduced of 2 misdemeanor, meaning if the felony applying this time with a felony reduced misdemeanor, next time we request for erase misdemeanor. There's 2 times we need it. First time is just a felony 2 misdemeanor. Second time is misdemeanor 2 expunging. That's the 2 times. Reason 4, felony cannot erase. Just the felony to the misdemeanor. After that, misdemeanor expunging. And the eligible misdemeanor offense to reduce to infraction under penal code section. Petitioner requests that he or she be withdraw the plea of guilty, or that the verdict finding of guilty or set aside and a plea of not guilty enter into the code dismiss the action on the section. Meaning for the little bit different, if we go to the court, any problem has go to the court, first time court say you are guilty or not guilty. As the judge say, you guilty or not guilty. Of course we know that we are guilty, but not guilty. If we say guilty and no more action, just okay, next month I want a sentence given. But normally, anyone, you are guilty or not guilty? I'm not guilty. Okay, we do that. The starting for the call to action next month or something like that. Everybody, and then also federal court say if it is guilty or not guilty. I'm not guilty. Sometimes somebody say shoot the gun for mother-in-law, wife, or something like that. And then newspapers say first page who somebody shoot the mother-in-law and wife, they all dead, something like that. But even that say next day for the court action, you are guilty or not guilty? He said, I'm not guilty. And newspapers put right down that even the mother-in-law and wife who shoot the gun and then he dead, he says not guilty. A lot of person, wow, too terrible person. No, this is the United States. United States, anyway, not guilty. And starting the action. Even I'm guilty. He say I'm guilty. Judge say no. If you say not guilty, and then we do call to action. If you say guilty, no more action as possible. I'm strongly recommend you say not guilty. This is different action. United States, anyway, not guilty. This one. And then I declare under penalty of perjury under the law of the state of California that the foregoing is true and correct. Execute on, meaning for the date, and then signature, something like that.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Yeah,
So for the number 5,
number 5, okay?
felony county jail sentence under penal code section 1170, and there are 2 sections. One it says more than 1 year, and then it says more than 2 years, so it should be more than 2 years.
Yes. Probation for the sometimes is 6 months or 1 year. Sometimes 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Long period. If he got in for the short period number 8, if not, long period number 2. 2 is over 2 years have elapsed. That's different sentence.
Oh, okay, so they're the same.
Yeah.
Got it, thank you.
And then for next one. This is one paper, and the next one, order for dismissal. That's the 2. 2 forms should file. 2 forms. First one is the request. Second one is order for dismissal. Order for dismissal. On the top scale, the same thing. Everything is the same. Defendant, the people of the state of California, defendant, but title is the order for dismissal. Okay. Number 4, this time number 15. Seven, 8. If you don't have any books, you read it at the computer. If you have any books, that's a simple. Number 14, number 15, order for dismissal. The court deny. This is the expungee. If you receiving the expungee, all recording is gone. For any other country, for the sentence is 2 years or 1 year, forever. That's remember that's period. But United States, if you receiving the expungee, all finished, no more recording. That's the very good. Sometimes for student, in criminal record is this not a big. Sometimes somebody receiving for the grant from the government. For example, for getting baby, you should go to the hospital. But the United States is a hospital fee is so expensive. And then go to the hospital and it's so expensive, and you're receiving for the Medicare or Medicare. Medicare or Medicare, you cannot receive it. But anyway, I should have taken the baby. I put right down to your for the green card or citizen mark. Yes. And then receiving for the fee. But after a few years, this is lie. You are not citizen and why mark here? Go to the court. Normally, probation, 6 months or something. This is this recording is, we should expunge it. Don't worry, and then really just for the expunge it. All recording is the erased. This is expunging. You should know. Who knows? For outside for the freeway, if you go to the freeway 80 miles, 90 miles, it's okay. Okay meaning for this, you should pay for the penalties, okay. But over 100 miles, in case 100 miles, meaning for misdemeanor, not just a ticket. Over 100 miles is criminal misdemeanor. In case after a few years, if you request for the green card, you should expunge it. Driving 100 miles. Be careful, 100 miles meaning ticket is $1,000. All ticket over $1,000 is criminal. under $1,000 is just a ticket. It's not big deal. Be careful to even to drive. For example, even the California in this city downtown, if you go to the 100 mile, how you can? But the outside, for example, for criminal, no, not the criminal, meaning for outside for which place? If you go to the which one? Which place?
Beverly.
Huh?
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hill? Beverly Hill, how we can drive 100 mile?
Oh.
By side, not Beverly Hill.
Number 5 freeway,
Uh-huh.
number 5 freeway all the way from
North.
North Cal to
Yeah, north almost for the San Francisco or something. But if you go to the for around 3-4 hours, if you go Death Valley. Have you ever been to Death Valley? Yeah, Death Valley, no car, so big street.
Not that
Huh?
valley. That valley.
Yeah, Death Valley.
Death Valley.
You don't remember the Death Valley?
Going to Las
Where is it?
Near going Las Vegas.
Yeah, close at the Las Vegas. Then go to the no car, but the street is big, and then sometimes we go to the 100 mile, but on the street, the police give that the ticket 100 mile. Penalty is $1,000, and then recording is misdemeanor. That's too terrible. You, in this day, summertime, not go to the Death Valley. But the past September and winter season, go to the Death Valley. Even that times, if you go to that place over 100 degree, too hot. But be careful for driving. But in this day, that the good car, and then to enough gas, oil, and then enough water, that's okay. Really. That sound though, what do you think about it there? There was an ambulance or that the 911. Do you think the where they go?
Why they alarm?
Uh-huh. Not why the alarm. That's what should go to the alarm. Where they go.
Hospital.
You don't understand what I'm saying?
To the hospital.
Uh-huh.
They're in a patient and right now going to the hospital.
Yeah. Go to the patient in the hospital, of course. But over 50% is not a patient, not a hospital. If not a patient, not a hospital, where they go?
The traffic,
Huh?
traffic crash.
Pick up the patient.
A little bit different. Somebody call. Oh, I don't want to go. I'm dying. Hurry up. And then they go. If they go, who there?
Paramedic.
No, of course, the paramedic. Paramedic should go. And then, who called that the paramedic?
The family of the patient.
Of course, that the family of patient they call, but over 50% is no the patient. Who called?
The 911 operator.
911 operator is there. Somebody called, oh, I'm gonna go to the, I'm dying. Hurry up. As a paramedic, 4 person, and then ambulance go. And then, who there?
The person who called.
Yeah.
Passerby. Some passerby.
No. I mean, that somebody called. Who called? Grandma. Normally grandma. Why they call? She want talk. All day long is nobody talk to her, the grandma.
Really?
Yeah,
The older they just call them to talk?
that's right.
Oh my god.
If she called, who gonna come? His son or daughter? No, nobody called. Just to call paramedic. Oh, I wanna die. Hurry up. They come. Normally 4 person is come. 4 person is coming. Grandma say, why you late? It's just crazy person. Last week is you counted 3 minutes. Today is 7 minutes. Oh, Mom, what's the problem? Here. And then you check it out. It's okay. Check it out, all right? Clearly. And then she say, this person, you cut the head. Oh, you getting for the new t-shirt. Good. This person, 이 grandma, grandpa, normally grandpa is not called. Grandma is called. Over 50% is going to grandma. And then the rest of 50%. Where they go?
That's your accident.
Yeah, accident. And then more the accident, more person is should go well for the street. And they cannot. California, in Southern California, especially Los Angeles, beggar, street guy, beggar, 60,000 person in Los Angeles is 60,000. And then over 3 person every day, they die. 60,000 beggar, at least 3 person is dying. Why?
Why they are dying?
Starving.
Yeah.
They're depressing.
Starving.
Uh-huh.
They die of starving, hunger.
Oh yeah, of course the hunger, but the hunger is not much. In the Los Angeles, they not hunger for the every morning in the place they give the breakfast, the hamburger or the any food with the coffee or something, and then even not the place, lot of church, they give the food. Almost no hunger, just a lot of sick.
Overdose?
Uh-huh.
Overdose? They put too much drug.
Yeah. That one is the most for the first reason. So many ambulance, 100 ambulance go, 50 ambulance go to my grandma, 25% go to the beggar, just for patient go to the hospital, almost 20 to 30%. If you call that the just 911, oh, somebody should go to the hospital right away. They come to the ambulance. What do you think about that? The ambulance, you should pay or not? If you call ambulance, you should pay or not to ambulance?
Yes.
Yeah, pay. What do you think about that? How much, normally how much they pay?
$1,000.
How much?
1,000.
1,000 more.
2,500
Yeah, that's right, $2,500.
No matter how long, how much.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
for a one-time service.
Yeah, one time, if you call the ambulance, you should pay $2,500. And how the grandma, 3 days, one time.
Grandma has Medi-Cal.
That's right. She has the Medicare, Medicaid. She's free. United States is the older person is great, great. If we call for the limousine, how much you should pay limousine?
5,000, 3,000.
No. Just 1 hour, $200 or $300. Just the ambulance, going to the call to the ambulance, go to the hospital, just 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then we should pay $2,500. I say, oh no, yeah, don't ambulance should call to the limousine. Limousine is $200, $300. That's the problem. And then why they charge you $2,500? Paramedic, 4-person. 4-person paramedic is almost the doctor, nurse. They have a certificate. That's the reason, so expensive. But I strongly recommend, if you are any family in your house, any family is the for sick something, you should to ambulance. If you call the ambulance, directly go to the hospital, and then hospital go to directly for the emergency room. But if you are, oh no, I don't have any green card or something, if you call the taxi or if you by yourself driving, should wait 2-3 hours. If your mom, your father is the almost for the so hurry up, but ambulance should go to right away, 2-3 minutes to handle for the everything. But no, I'm honest. I cannot. You drive by yourself. That's the big problem. You sure to. I strongly recommend, if you think, go call to 911. If you go to hospital, this is United States. When you go to the hospital, do you have a green card? Do you have a citizenship? Do you have a driver's license? No, nothing. Just to go to the hospital. If that the everything is finished, after finishing, okay, something like that, how much you say, you don't worry. How much you say is something, okay, send the bill to my house. any hospital, you have the green card or not, doesn't matter. For the first one is everything is clear. After that, the bill, if they say how we can pay, okay, send me the bill, my house, just the address, something like that. That's all. In the United States, oh no, you should pay $5,000 right away. No, I don't have any money. Send the bill. Okay, that's okay. Just don't endure. If you think, if you're getting some problem, go to hospital. After that, they say send the bill many times. Send me the money. Send me the money. Okay, that's okay. Even not paying, no, that's not a misdemeanor, not a criminal, just civil. If you have any money, bill pay right away. Or sometimes is the so expensive in United States, so expensive. Somebody tell me, oh, when they go to the any place that they selling to the any medicine, that's $25. But if you that medicine is you drink within 1 month, lose weight. Oh, that's great. Really? That's lose weight 1 month. Okay, I go to the that store that's the purchasing, and then to drink the medicine or not something. But after 15 days, wow, lost weight. But someday, when I drive and go to the home, and then from cars right here, right there, so something wrong. And the next day when I come to the office, my secretary say, excuse me, why? What's the mean, why? Why? Oh, what's the mean? Oh, something strange. Go to hospital. No, I'm okay. But after that, I'm okay. Anybody show me, see me, I go to the hospital. Okay, when I go to the hospital, just my employee, they call the ambulance, go to the hospital. And then doctor says, oh, why? Oh, what's the mean, why? I'm okay. No, not you okay. You got a big problem. Oh, so strange. And then 10 minutes, 20 minutes, they say, oh, yeah, right. Oh, why? They say, I changed the eyes. Oh, why? They say, what medicine or what did you eat them? I don't know, I didn't make any. All day long, so many questions. What kind of food past 3 days? Everything is to say. I said that some medicine for the lost for the weight. He said, lost weight. This hospital, emergency room, over 70%, they eat them. goes to wait. If somebody, you don't have any person like me for the overweight, but the overweight is the even some medicine. That's the too terrible. They say, okay, if you're not driving 1 week, if you don't have any medicine, something like that, just 1 day, staying for the emergency room. After around for the 20 days, they send bill. I stay just 1 day and then the ambulance and go to the 1 day. They send me the bill, $200,000. $200,000, no, $20,000. Just 1 day, $20,000. And I call, hey, crazy, I stay just one day. How you can send the bill $20,000? For they say for so and so. Oh no, I can't pay $20,000. They say, okay, how much you can pay? $200. No, that one. After 1 month, 2 months, argue they with, I'd pay $3,000. One time, $300 is paid 10 times. Even for the hospital fee, don't worry. Hospital, you can pay easy. If you think, if you get in some problem, don't worry going to the hospital. You go hospital, you go. Have the green card or not, doesn't matter. You have Medicare or not, doesn't matter. Go to hospital. And then, if you argue, at any time, reduce the amount, doesn't matter. This is a hospital. United States, too bad, so many bad, but I love United States. Hospital, don't worry. And then for the older person, is good, and baby is good. Baby, older person, and then sick person, United States, don't worry. If you have any certificate or not, doesn't matter. That's easy. Okay, 10 minutes. Rest. Okay, number 15, order for dismissal. We are applying for the petition with the order. One for petition, one for order. Normally after 1 month, just the order back to us. On the top, the same thing. Number 1. Number 1 is the court deny the petition. Mark here, that's a finish. The court deny. Deny reason for to only apply. All the period is finished. All the penalty is paid. And then, or misdemeanor or felony or something like that, and that's still going on. The court denied the petition. That's a deny. Number 2, court grant the petition. The court is grant the petition is receiving, is good. The court find from the record on file in this case and from the foregoing petition that the defendant is eligible for the relief requested is good. Number 2 is marked. That's good. Number 3, the court reduced the felony offense to a misdemeanor. This one also, if we getting for the felony first time, felony reduced for the misdemeanor. Number 3, they accept. Court reduced the felony offense to a misdemeanor. B, the court denied the request to reduce the felony offense to a misdemeanor. This denied. For number 2 or number 3, A is accept. Number 4, it is ordered that the pre-verdict, the finding of guilty in the above entitled action be set aside and vacated, and the plea of not guilty in entered, and that the complaint be and hereby dismissed. Number 5, if this order granted under the provision of Penal Code Section 1203.4, A, the defendant is required to disclose the above conviction is response to any direct question contained in any questionnaire or application for public office or for license by any state or local agency for contraction with the California State Lottery. For state lottery, some strange for if we buy the lottery, 90% that's the lottery is going to the educational division. For educational division is the lottery income, and the 10% is the any public for the or some criminal, something like that. Lottery is good income in California state. Even sometimes I find that the lottery never get it. Even $100 never get it. Lottery, okay. B, this measure of the conviction means a judgment, does not permit a person prohibited from holding public office as a result of that conviction to hold public offense. C, the defendant may also be eligible to obtain a certificate of rehabilitation and pardon on the procedure set forth in Penal Code Section 4852.01 set required. Number 6, if the order is granted under the provision of either Penal Code Section 12034.4 or 12034A, the defendant is released from all penalties and disability resulting from the offense, except as provided in Penal Code Section 1202.1 and 1202.1.1 and Vehicle Code Section 13555. This division does not permit a person to own, possess, or have in his or her control firearms if prevented by Penal Code Section, something like that. Number 7, in addition, as required by Penal Code Section 299, live under Penal Code Section 17, 11203.4 or 13034A does not release defendant from the separate dismerit duty to provide specimen sample or print impression under the DNA and for forensic identification. These are the Database and Data Bank Act. If a defendant was found guilty by a trial of fact, not guilty by reasonable insanity, or no contest to a qualified offense as defined Penal Code Section something. Judicial officer signed on the paper, this is the order. If this paper, this order, you go to the DMV or immigration or any places if you need it, going this paper, this is the judgment. Next page, number 6. If this order is granted under the provision of a Penal Code Section, the petitioner is required to disclose the above conviction in response to any direct question contained in any questionnaire or application for public officer or for licensure by the state or local agency or for contracting with the California State Lottery Commission. Dismissal of the conviction does not automatically receive a petition from the requirement to register as a sex offender. Oh, this is sex offender meaning any kind of the sentence you can request for expunging, but sex offender, sex kind of penalty or of the something like that, any sex regarding the sex, you cannot request. Or they say dismiss your request. For some pastor in the student friend, high school student friend is come from the Korea, and then they say pastor is driving, and then friend says, please show me that the Hollywood or sunset, and then he driving go to the Hollywood, but some lady is the red for stocking and almost half size for the t-shirt, something like that on the street. She say like this, and then friend says that okay, hold on, just to right under the chair, the window, and then he says, hey, excuse me, how much? Just to say, she's on head, by the hand. Now, next block is just a taxi. Taxis come to this place, and then everybody, you receiving for the ticket.
Sex harassment.
Yeah, just to say for the, how much? No, this is the problem is, they 4 person put right down the ticket, okay, and go, including the pastor. And after a few months, they received, they took from the judgment, from the court, everybody 1 or 3 years, 3 years for the probation. Even 3-year probation, past the 3 years, they want some misdemeanor, no, they want some for the expunging, especially pastor. Wow, that the pastor is just a sexual, how it can. And then even so, even you request it, they can expunge it. They can expunge it regarding the any sex. You should remember that any sex kind you cannot delete forever. Why? Why in the United States? Just a street lady, how much? Then the sex offense, they cannot. What do you, yeah?
Because of the feminist.
Yeah, permanent, they cannot. And then why? She getting just to, and then to 1 person down the window. Hey, how much? Any other 3 person never do, never at any kind. But same thing they can do for the judgment. Why? These countries, why? This country just for women, not a man. If you think, oh, too terrible, just to effective for profit for the women's, if you don't like that, where should it go?
Jail.
Jail? I don't know how we can do jail. No, leaving the United States, even the leaving United States, where should it go? I mean, in Korea, in China, any other country is the man first, women then. But the United States, women first.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this country just for women. Even you divorce for the just for women, not a man. Man is too bad, especially when the divorce. Women is want some carry the baby in case the man say, oh, I'm dying. Divorce for the all the law is for women, especially that women is to carry that the baby 100%.
But
Yeah.
But Johnny Depp and Amber Heard lost the divorce in court.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why they moved to Arizona for the court instead of in Los Angeles, California?
Normally in California, there's like a strong law for women. that you, any man should remember, you once on the divorce, be careful, almost should give that to the wife.
What if the wife earns more money than the man?
Or in case the little tradition, in these days, woman has just a lot of the profit, a lot of money, and then man is requested for the spousal support. I'm beggar. My wife is the so rich. In case husband requested for the spousal support. But anyway, for the child wants some should pay. For in case my office gave one couple if they want a divorce, but the man is the beggar. Man doesn't have any income on the street, and wife is the one some child support, spousal support, or something. He says, "I'm beggar. I don't have any income." Judge say, "You beggar on the street?" "Yes, I'm on the street." "How much you make money per day?" "Just $10 or something." Judge say, "You should make the money, more money. You pay the child support $300. Two beggar, even the two beggar should pay the child support. So terrible.
Is that true story?
Excuse me?
Is that a true?
Oh yes, a
story?
true story.
Wow.
They will say, even the beggar, you should pay child support. But it is true, even child support, beggar or not, how she can pay? Just should remember that. Okay, and then number 6 and B. B is dismissal of the conviction does not automatically relieve petition from the requirement to register as a sex offender. 7. If the order is granted under the provision of Penal Code Section 120349, the Department of Justice is hereby notified that the petitioner was a victim of a human trafficking when he or she commits the crime, and the relief order. Number 8. If the order is granted under the provision of either Penal Code Section 12034, 12034A, 12034-1, or 12034-9, the petitioner is released from the penalties and the disability resulting from the offense, excepting as provided in Penal Code Section 29800 and 29900, and Vehicle Code Section 13555 in any subsequent prosecution of the petitioner of any other offense. The prior conviction may be pleaded and proved and shall have the same effect as if probation has not been granted or the occasion information dismissed. The dismissal does not permit a person own, possess, have in his or her control a firearm. It prevents Penal Code Section 29800 or 29900 something. This reason of a conviction does not permit a person prohibited from holding public office as a result of the conviction of holding public office. Number 9. In addition, required by Penal Code Section 299, relief under Penal Code Section 12, 17, something like that, next line, does not relieve petitioner from the separate administrative duty to provide specimen samples or print impression under the DNA and First Identification Database and Data Bank Act. If petition was found guilty by a trier of fact, not guilty of reasonable insanity, plead no contest to a qualifying offense to define Penal Code Section something, judicial office. First page and second page is the judgment. Judges sign under the paper. In case, even for the any judge, the sentence or something, this paper receiving and receiving, apply and receiving, everything is gone. Everything is finished. That's true. Important. Next page, expunging criminal record step by step. Expunging criminal record step by step. You sure to remember one by one. On the top is okay. Second line, on expungement does not, even expunging does not remove the conviction from your criminal history. California and FBI criminal history record will still show the conviction and the subsequent dismissal. Yeah, that's important. If you get the expunging for the recording, but FBI and for immigration, they have it. And then if that any other one, if you get some job, your company request for the recording, no, we cannot. Your attorney trying to your history, no, he cannot. Just FBI or California state, meaning for the immigration, they receiving, they know. But any other government, next one, reinstate your right to possess firearms, allow you to omit the conviction from application for government issue license. Next one, seal the court case file from the public inspection. The court file remains public record. Next one, prevent the conviction from being used as a prior for sentence enhancement as subsequent conviction. Next, prevent the conviction from being used to impeachment your testimony if you are called as a witness in court. Prevent the conviction from the being used to refuse or revoke a government license or permit, such as real estate license, technical security, teaching technical, security guard certificate. Yeah, that's one more. Prevent the conviction from being used to refuse or revoke a government license or permit, such as a real estate license, teaching credential, security guard certificate, something. If you're getting for the driver license for the for if you got a judgment, all kind of license is gone. This kind of license, even for the finish, not the revoke, not the one time is refused this kind of license, and then no more the license. Prevents the condition from being used by U.S. citizenship and naturalization service for remove or exclusion purpose. This one is the U.S. citizen, doesn't matter that they not to change it. And also, are you eligible for dismissal? You are eligible for dismissal of conviction, and the court will dismiss your conviction if you receive the probation for that conviction and you successfully complete probation or obtain early release. Number 2, you also have paid all the fine, restitution, and reimbursement ordered by the court as part of your license, your sentence. Number 3, you are not currently serving another sentence or on probation for another offense, and you are not currently charged with the other offense. You never receive probation, and number 1, your conviction was a dismissal. Number 2, if it has been at least 1 year since the date you were convicted. Number 3, you have complete fully with the sentence of the court. Number 4, you are not currently serving another sentence. Number 5, you are not currently charged with the another offense, something. And this kind, the other one is the number 18. The bottom is the box expungement eligibility chart. You should remember, and you sure to read it. Situation, you may be able to how to do something. Next day is you should go to the Declaration of Domestic Partnership, meaning family law. Next date is the you do the family law. Okay. Sure to reading one more time. Sometimes they say how we need the criminal, but who knows? Sometimes we get it for the criminal law to tell them. In case, anyway, the expunge is okay.